Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Jero. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. But because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies, so you're not lost. If you're new to the show, kindly subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Jero, so check Jenga Jero on Facebook, subscribe, and don't forget that we post the contacts on our stories. And how do you get stories? You click the profile picture and then you can be able to see them running. They come in form of WhatsApp status, which expire in 24 hours. Our guest on today's show is Mr. Koech. Koech Simba. Watu wanamuita Simba kwa sababu from a very young age he was a very brave man. I'm speaking about a Kalenjin who is on the show today looking for a woman because of reasons that make other people single too. You could be asking yourself, why is a 41-year-old man single? On this show, there are questions we ask on behalf of the audience so that people can tell whether or not they will be interested in the person. There are people you listen to and then you are sure that I'm just listening for the sake of it. If I'm single, I cannot even try. At the same time, there are people you listen to, and if you are single, you'd want to give it a try because probably that is the kind of person you're also looking for. On this show, we believe that whatever you're looking for is also looking for you. It is called the iron law of attraction. Whatever you are looking for is also looking for you. Mr. Koech Simba is a 41-year-old man who has been single for the last 9 years. Why is a single man at the age of 41 looking for a wife, and why hasn't he gotten one in the first place? I came to realize through this show, I thought that people just used to take dating and marriage like a system. Like I thought it used to be systematic at the early age of adulthood. For example, in your late 20s or mid 20s, one gets married and then gets children. That is the routine with most people. But that is not what was happening with Koech. Koech is a man who wanted to take his time, build a career, and be able to provide for a family that was going to be his. Okay? So if you backdate, if the man is 41 years old today, you backdate 9 years, then the guy will be 32. Why was he single? He had not married for the first time, and the man was still building a career. So this is why he is single at 41 and why he is searching. Now, Koech alikuwa anapanda ranks kidogo kidogo kwa sababu yeye alikuwa amefanya IT na alikuwa amespecialize, alipata kazi kwa mambo ya connections za internet. So what happened is that yeye alikuwa anafanya mambo ya kuconnect watu na unajua internet. There are so many internet providing companies. When I first came to Kasarani, we were relying on companies like Zuku Fiber for internet. As time went by, even Safaricom was able to bring its own home fiber. We had other companies. There are so many of them, and that is the moment that people realized there were other alternative providers who are equally good or better. Sometimes they were even more reliable. There were providers of internet that were very inconsistent. Sometimes you needed internet at night and they couldn't provide. So the others came as an alternative, branded themselves through consistency, excellence in service, and they were able to do well. So Koech is one of the people who were able to capitalize on reliability in as much as provision of internet in the company they were serving in was concerned. So Mr. Simba was 9 years ago engaged to a lady and they were planning to get married, and all hell broke loose when he designed a configuration that enabled him to focus more. The configuration was able to catapult him to a higher level because he came up with an innovation. I don't want to go into the details of what he it's not important, but through his innovation, he was promoted level by level, and then by that company he was able to get some rank. Sasa yeye akaona, this one at least I can be able to provide, at least I can be able to handle a wife, I can be able to handle a woman in case I got married. That was his mantra. So what happened is that the moment he got engaged to that lady, and I'll mention the name because there are so many Lucy's. The girl was Lucy from Kangema. Kangema is in Murang'a County, the famous Kangema constituency. So Lucy was this woman who got in touch and they got engaged, liked the guy, and they started to plan a wedding. What was going to be a mega wedding, but it never saw the light of the day. That wedding only lasted in their dreams because it didn't happen. Why? Because like 4 months into what they would have called a wedding, the girl was taken by Koech's supervisor. Sometimes the game is rigged for men because in most societies, men are seen as success objects and women are seen as sex objects. Okay? So most women have been seen by societies as sex objects, while their male counterparts have been seen as success objects. So the girl was looking for a higher man, a man who she wanted to date higher, a man who was better, a man who could provide better, a man who was bringing more on the table, and that is how the date drawn. Okay, that is how that wedding went into the woods. It never happened. It was an embarrassment of a lifetime, and that explains why Mr. Koech has taken time, almost 10 years, to date and trust another woman. So he said, okay, if my supervisor took that woman because he was better, then I had to work on myself because I do not want another disappointment some other time. That is why he has waited for that long. That is why he has been waiting. That is exactly why he was waiting. And he has been promoted. To date, he has been consistent. They have been doing internet connections. They started in Nairobi area, different parts of Nairobi. You know, Nairobi is big. Okay. So they started in Nairobi and then they have spread into the other areas that border Nairobi. Some parts of Machakos, Ruiru is in Kiambu County, Githurai is in Kiambu County. They have gone to some parts of Ngong, some parts of Rongai, some parts of Kitengela, some parts, that's Kajiado County. You come to the other side, there is Machakos, some parts, Ruiru, part of Kiambu County, the other side, wamekuwa wakispread hivyo. Sawa sawa. So now the man is single and searching. It's like hope had been drained from him. Sometimes you give up on something by the mere fact that you've not had an encounter that broke your heart. And I told you time and again that men and women need their hearts broken at one point in their lives so that they can wake up, so that at time they can be able to realize their full potential. If you ask a successful man, if you ask a successful woman, what was the bedrock of your success, they can be able to cite at least one or two encounters that made them wake up. Maybe it was a breakup, a disappointment, a disillusionment that made them wake up. It was just something like that. So Mr. Koech is here looking for a woman. This man does not have a kid. This man does not have a dating history because that woman was the first and the last until now. So he's looking forward to date a woman who does not have kids either, a woman who has been in church waiting upon the Lord, a woman who is between the ages of 25 and 35, a woman who is serious about marriage, a woman who is ready to get him at least one or two kids, a woman who is committed, a woman who has been through an encounter like that, probably promised a wedding and then it didn't see the light of the day, just like him. If I can see a person who has, kamuuliza sasa wewe si hata upate hata mtu ako na mtoto mmoja because time imesonga kidogo, he said no. And on this show we serve you what you want, not what we want, because this is you pointing out about the person you like. And that is the joy of life, meeting somebody you want, when you want, how you want them be like. Until next time, this is Jenganjero. I'll post his contact on my stories, and then you can be able to get in touch at your own free time. Until next time, God bless you. Bye bye.